Hey guys, what's up? Fusion Senate here with Fusion Games. And as you know, I have finished the Assassin's Creed 4 Freedom Cry DLC. And as you know, I wanted to do a game review, so here it is. The Assassin's Creed 4 DLC Freedom Cry review. Now, this is my first review I've ever done on this channel, or maybe even ever. So I will try and keep it as short as I can. Sorry if there's a little bit of ums and stuff. So there are a couple things I'm going to be basing this off: gameplay, graphics, and price and time. Now when I say price and time, I want everyone to get that clear, that how much it costed for the amount of time I got to play it. This was about a 3-hour long series, so it cost about $10. I'd say that's pretty worth it. So the first thing I want to talk about, out of those three things, is probably the most interesting one: gameplay. Now, gameplay for this game, I've always loved Assassin's Creed games. They're the best. Ubisoft is really good with games such as Watch Dogs, which is coming out later in July, and hopefully I get to put that one up on this channel. Now, Assassin's Creed 4 Freedom Cry consisted about 30% sea gameplay, such as on the boats and such, and then 70% land gameplay. Now, I think that was a pretty good idea to keep more land gameplay because, the boat thing was really an experiment. Considering that Assassin's Creed 3, they did have the boats, however, you only got to drive them about 3 times, unless you were a boat fanatic and you like to do them a lot, so that's another story. Now, Assassin's Creed 4 Freedom Cry added in some new stuff that we can do now, such as plantations. In Assassin's Creed 4, the original one, there was no such thing as plantations. Now in this one, which is going with the theme very well, considering that we're in the slave era and we're trying to free the slaves, you could go to rice plantations or sugar plantations or cotton plantations, and you can liberate people and save them. There are also cages and court areas or selling off slaves where you can help them escape. There are also running slaves that are running from their owners, and you can help them. There are also, there are slaves that are injured out in the wild or something, and you can help them get to safety, which is a bit difficult, I will add. Now, throughout the whole time in the plantations, I never developed any problems with this. I did love going to the plantations and all. I just think that really the game was a bit easy. In my opinion, it wasn't super hard. The only problems I ever had with it being hard, and you can go check out episode 4 if you want to see this actually in live, was at sea, and I am terrible at sea, and I think that it was a bit hard to get some of the slave ships, but otherwise this game was super easy, considering that if you look closely, I'm sure there will be a part where one of the guards will look straight at me, and then I'll just go hide in one of these bush areas and they'll just ignore me. But otherwise, this game was extremely easy right there, as you can see on screen, and then I just do that. But anyway, it was a really easy game, and it was really fun to play though. Now we're going to talk about something a little bit more interesting than me rambling on in the plantation. We're going to talk about what is the new stuff, and we're going to go in depth with it. Now, as you can see, I just saved that liberated slave who was just running away from all the jailers, I think they're called, and such. Now, I'm going to go over what they added new weapons. New weapons was really what I was really excited about, and I was kind of disappointed. The newest weapon that I liked the most was probably the blunderbuss. I love the blunderbuss, but the machete was awesome. I don't know if I can count the machete, though, because it was considered just a sword, really. But there were lots of machetes that we could have gotten. I forgot to get the steel forged machete during my series. I apologize for those viewers that were looking forward to it. But here's the blunderbuss in action, guys. As you can see, it's extremely powerful, getting that huge collateral. And it's really just a single shot shotgun that's extremely powerful, as I add. In the last episode, it pretty much saved my life. I killed about 5 guards with it and the last final guy. It was a pretty crazy ending, so go check that out if you haven't already. But back to my machete topic. Now, the new machetes they added into this very game are the standard machete that you pick up on the beach in the beginning of the game. There is the Steel Force machete, which you unlock by liberating 300 slaves from their plantations, which was our goal, but we never did it. Then there's the Ancient Machete, I think it's called, or the Mayan Machete or something. And there's another machete that's after it, and you both get them the same way, and that's by exploring the Caribbean Sea. And you know I can't do that because I'm just terrible at exploring anyway, and it would take forever, and it was a Let's Play series. So then there was another weapon that you guys could see in action, actually, in this cutscene right here, and it was the firecrackers. Now the firecrackers I was extremely disappointed with because they just didn't help me at all. I guess I was using them wrong of some sort, but I just don't think it was the best weapon to use. And it was really like, you know, they were supposed to attract guards away from you, but they really just attracted them towards me. And I really didn't like them. They weren't that cool. As you can see right here on screen, firecrackers will attract all nearby guards to your position. Use this to create a diversion, draw guards away from specific locations. But they just didn't help. It wasn't really that cool. Now we're done with gameplay, and we're going to get into graphics, etc., as you know, probably in-game engines and such. So let's stick around for that. Alright guys, welcome to the second segment of the review, and we're going to go over some graphics and game engines in this game. So basically, while I talk about this, it's going to be about how the game performed the whole way through, such as, was there any glitches, was there any really impressive things that you don't see in many other games that pop out extraordinary, or maybe there's things that you don't see in other games that made it bad. But we're going to get right into it, and the first thing I want to get off my chest that I've been waiting to say is the graphics in this game were amazing. I think that they were really great on the 360, but on the One, of course, it would be better. But any game's going to be better on the One, because the One is like 1080p, as the 360 is 720p. So it's going to be like that any game. But I think that the graphics in this game were better than others. I think they were definitely better than previous Assassin's Creed. I don't know, I could compare them to the number 4, but I think that they were great graphics overall. Now, getting into glitches and such, there was no glitches that I encountered except for one, and it was a very minor glitch. Now, you will see it in episode 4. On a ship, and this happened in the Assassin's Creed 4 campaign as well, not just this, but on a ship, once I was killed on the ship or something like that, I would fly up into the air, but that was after I died, so it really wouldn't matter. Now, back to graphics subjects. This game is so beautiful and lush and green. I think that the graphics in the setting area were a great choice. I give Ubisoft complete props over the whole entire game. I think that Assassin's Creed is really well at placing areas of the game. Alright, let's move on to price and time amount on this game. So let's go, guys. Okay guys, we're nearing the end of our review here, and here it is, Assassin's Creed 4 Freedom Cry on the market. I have already bought it, so it doesn't show the price, but I looked it up. It's $10. You can pause the video if you want so you can read the overview, but I will point an arrow. It says over 3 hours of new single-player gameplay. So $10 for over 3 hours. That seems a pretty good price to me, considering the game was definitely worth it. But like I said, it doesn't say right there, but it is $10. That concludes our review, guys. I hope you like it or not. I'm going to put this from a flyer buy. I'm going to put it as a buy because I did like it a lot. It's only $10. It's 3 hours of single-player gameplay, and you have to have Assassin's Creed 4 to buy this. But thank you for watching. Hit that like button below once you leave. Subscribe if you like the content on my channel. Bye-bye, guys. See you later. Thanks for watching.